And it is 783.25, 783.25. So same 783.25, 783.25. 75, 83, 25, 75. 75, 83.25 there. Right there and there. So we'll make this gold. We'll just take this off right here. Get rid of that. And now we go down to 60. 60. Come on. There we go. So, these are real small gaps, so they're going to fill, it looks like. Let's see. Squeeze this in to get all three of these. I put my standard deviation levels on my chart, and I try to keep this chart up in the room, but I usually do. Let's see, capture this image. I want to capture this. And this is ES space 7 minus 10, 10 minus 2026, and it is 902. 902 AMET. Oop. ET. Enter. 902 AMET. Enter. Okay, there we go. Anyway, let's see. So this is my ES chart. I follow a 60-minute chart. All these lines are color-coded. These standard deviation levels, they're based on the options pricing model. That's all you have to know. And I do finesse my numbers a little bit. I change a few of the things, the way I do things. My settlement's a little bit different than what other people use as a settlement, and I have reasons for that. Anyway, so this will be different than other people's, but I measure from the settlement one standard deviation up and down, 1, 2, and 3, and you know that this fits the standard distribution model. So this is like 86%, basically of the time you're within one standard deviation, higher or lower. 95% of the time it's 2, and 99.9% of the time you're within 3 standard deviations. And the market tends to respect these standard deviation levels, especially the 1 most of the time, because big options trading firms have to adjust their positions when they get to 1 standard deviation. It's just what they do. So anyway, let me do this real quick. Turn that on. That's that. So you take a screenshot of that if you want to. My gold levels. They're special levels, and the market tends to respect them. Yesterday's gold levels were down here. They were pretty tight. And the market, rallied away from them and never went, it never went below them. Anyway, let's see here. Let's get this. Let me save all pages. Save all pages. We'll get the NAS going here to NAS edit chart. These are 5-minute charts, and they have there's a whole kind of system that I use with that too. Let's see, something in there. Let me get rid of this. X that, X that, X that, X that. And this is, was that 2412, 2412. $24.12. Let's see what that is here. Make sure these are right. 25, 25, 24.12. 29, 588, 17. Okay, that's good. Oh, and for you guys that just joined, I dumped my sheets up there. You can grab my sheets for today. If you want to use them, they're up. We'll go over those sheets in a little bit. Let's see, let me save this page once again. Save all pages. And let's go fix the NASDAQ real quick. Main chart here. NASDAQ. Let's go 1440. 1440. That's 1440 minutes in a day. So I look at this as a 24-hour chart. It does change the way you'll view things, but the market trades 24 hours. So it's and this is always East Coast time. All my time on all my charts is East Coast time. So let's see. No, it's there. No, 1440. Let's go here. Spread this out. That comes off from there. X that. We took this out. X that. Exit. X that. And then we'll put this in 1440. Here. And what I'm doing here is this 1440. This is the midpoint of the daily trade, and I only use the body of the candle. I don't use the tails. Let's see, what do we got here? I gotta go back here and get this right here. Go down here and get this. There you go. And closing above, on a daily basis, closing above the midpoint is always bullish. Closing below those midpoints is always bearish. And there's a lot you have to know into reading the way I look at charts. But anyway, and now this is my 480 minute, and I only mark the overnight 480. It's a time fractal, and I have a whole theory on market time fractals and pricing, and that's why I mark these, and they really work really well. So there's yesterday, and here's this morning's time fractal. So we'll get this in here. And then do this. All my time fractal levels, these 480, and I only follow the overnight time fractal. That's the only one I mark on here. I don't mark the midpoint. And that's gold. So now we'll go back to 60, 60. Let me check this at 29, 581, 12, 29, 581. Yep, I didn't change that. 29, 581, 12. Well, let's fix this. 29, 581, 12. So that is 24, 12, 24, 12. We'll do better. 24, 12. And now 25, 580, or 29, 588, 17. Very good. Okay. Just checking to make sure my standard deviation levels are right, that I put in the right volatility level and they're following the pattern. So there's these are support and resistance levels for NASDAQ, and you can see that remember I was explaining that I marked this 1440 level. And I just used the body of the candle. Well, and yesterday was an up candle, a big up candle, but you can see overnight they traded down, and where did it stop? It stopped at exactly the midpoint. I mean, that's the way these things work. So of that, if you do the midpoint of the whole candle, it wouldn't work the same way. So that's why normally when I'm making draws for measurements or anything else like that, I only use the body of the candle. I don't use the tails. Anyway, so that's this. Let me capture this image. Capture image. And do this. What time is it? It's 9:11. Let's see. We would do this. This is NQ. NQ space 7 minus 1 minus 2026, and it's 9:11. 9 space A space ET. Yeah. Let me go there. Okay, let me just check over here real quick. Morning, Yark. Morning, Yan. You guys hear me okay? I'm in the pit room too this morning. Just Danny wanted me to be there, so I'm doing that too. We're looking at the NASDAQ chart here. I just got through updating this. You can see the overnight midpoint of yesterday's up move held. Let's see. We can maybe see if I can maybe run these gap programs real quick. The ES probably should fill, but let's take a look at this. See if I can get these other things done real quick. Let me save all these pages first. Save all pages. There we go. Now I'll go here to upload a page. See if we can get this real quick. Here, data export. Come on, export. Okay, close. Data export. Data export, export. Okay, close. Okay, close. Now close this. Go back to here. Let me get this. Oh, come on. Oh, here we go, up here. See documents right here. Basic gap stats. Let's go here and update these. So 7, 8. No, I didn't do this yesterday. So let's clear this. Import. And this is NQ. This open. There 6650, and that was 4875. 29,948.75. Enter. And let's just do this. Copy. Paste this over. Control E. There you go. Save this. Yes. Clear import. ES. Right there. Well, that closes 75.90, 75, 75.90, 75. It was the same thing. So that was what's that? Let's go here. Let's see. Save. And now let's go here. And restart. I may have to save this and open this back up again. 1 second. Go here. It's down. It's obviously down. You know, I told you I bought some puts yesterday and sold my stock. I'm still bullish long term, but very short term, it's a little lower, and I got to be really cautious with that this morning. We'll talk about that in a little bit, Yarek. I think it could dip a little bit today, and I mean, eventually it's going back up, big time. But you know, that whole sector is just acting funny. Let's see. I'm going to save this. Save. Let me close this. Close this and then reopen. Sometimes that gets it done right. Now, there you go. Now let me go get this other thing. Oop, I don't want documents, I want this. Compliance documents. Morning gap stats right here. Update. Okay. And I'm doing some other stuff with this program, so don't worry about that. And I'm going to put this over here, and I'll put this on a separate little thing so you can watch this. 2 shares. Let's do this. Let's do gap stats. Gap stats, and we'll go down here. Start screen share, and this will just do a window, and that will be this share. Now, if you everybody that's in the pit room, I'm sharing it's gap stats, and what this is, it's showing that the ES has an because it's right there, it's right on trading right on the gap. 86% probability of filling the gap. It's going to fill the gap. There is no gap right now. The NQ only has a 58% probability of filling the gap. So if you see that, that's what that is. Now let's go over the rest of the charts. And if you're looking at my sheets, we'll go over some of that in a little bit. Let's look at the charts real quick. ES obviously it's trading unchanged right now. I did a study yesterday, and this is actually 86% probability of being an up day today. I might look at that a little later on again this morning. It's usually a very positive day, and of course, because I'm trading Intel, I'm always watching that. But Intel's lower right now, and that's a good thing because I am long some puts, and I'm gonna cover those hopefully in the open. Let's see here. 940, and the ES this weekly. I mean, this is looking like it wants to make a new high. July is one of the best months of the year, so you can generally expect it to do well. And that's it's not disappointing here, but meaning that everything's looking good. Let's look at the NAS. Yes, let's look at the Ichimoku. That's one of the other things I like to use. I look at Ichimoku. Here's Broadcom. I need to lock this. Lock objects. Broadcom is actually. I mean, it was looking really, really well, but then once it traded under this cloud on this, it's got a little work to do to go higher. And the lower time frames are probably not looking that good. Let's look at the ES and the NQ though. NQ is above the cloud. And this is a big up cloud. It's got to take another week before it really has to go up, or it's going to fail. But we won't know that for a week, and there's a way I see this on this chart. Anyway, let's look at that in ES. ES is pretty much the same way. It's pretty much got to go up, or it will be in trouble too. So, and let's look at Intel real quick. NTC. Same story. It's in the cloud right here. Not real happy with that. Let's look at the, I'm going to go down a couple of time frames and look at this 480 and see what that's looking like. 480 is actually negative. Yeah, that's not looking good right there. I hate it, it's trading into the cloud and it's drop down here. I'm very bullish this stock longer term, but right now it seems to be struggling. 480. Let's go down to the next time fractal, 240. This is probably going to show even, as we go lower time fractals, it's going to show that it's in more trouble than you would think, or I would think that it should be. That's the 120. Let's look at the 60. 60. Yeah, it's bucking up against the cloud right here on the 60-minute. It rallied back yesterday. I mean, we've been down the last few days a big time, and then it came back yesterday, hit the bottom of this cloud, and then this morning it opened up under the cloud. So this is tough stuff right here. It may break a little more before it's through. Let's just go down a couple more time frames here real quick and see what this is looking like. See if any of these have turned. Yeah, this turned up yesterday. Now it's back under the cloud today. Not good. 15. The same story. And then 5. 5 is like a trigger point, and that's also kind of under the cloud. So if this pushes down, it could be not good. Anyway, that's what I'm looking at there. Let's go back here. 23. Let me go back and check my room real quick. Here. Yeah, it might be because of SK Hynix. I mean, that's obviously having an influence on that. So it looks like it's going to have a tough time today. It may even go a little lower. So I'm gonna be watching that real close. Anyway, I'm in the pit room today too, Eric. So I'm gonna kind of hang in there, and I won't see your questions because I'm gonna stay in that room for a little bit. Okay, guys. Let me see. I gotta take a look at my stuff now and see what I'm gonna do here. Close that. Close that. So let's see what we got going here. Well, they're trying to rally this back a little bit, but I don't know what's going to happen. 980. 73. This 980. X that. X that. 26. T plus. Sorry, guys, I've got to watch this and get this in here. Create. Eight. X. Intel really looks like it's under a lot of pressure in here. So I think it may dip a little lower. I think it may dip a little lower. Let's see, do that. Let's see. 106.83 would be 106.82. Okay, 106.82. Gotcha. Put that down there. 106.82. 106.82. That is. Six. So that would be 682. Well, so far nothing real shocking. I don't think we have any numbers today either. 10 o'clock numbers. or just literally what's going to go on here. Come on. Um, Terry, Terry, I put my sheets out there today. If you look up above, you can grab my sheets, and there's, my levels for all the levels are on. I can't remember. I'll have to look because I 1 second. Watch this. Here, we almost had my opening range set up here. Yeah, Terry, it's on. You grab my sheets up above. And I can't go over all this stuff right now, but it's, if you scroll down here to this page, here's my ES levels, SPX, ES, and NDX, and the NQ. These are the levels in here, up and down. That's, I don't know what page number that is, but that's what that is. So then you can just look, you can use all those levels. The NQ is just getting back up to settlement. It had a, if you remember, it had a, it only had a 61% probability of filling the gap, and it filled the gap. And now we'll see what's happening. And the ES is running into this old gold level up here. If you can take it out, it can go higher. If not, it may, back off again. Market's having a difficult time, and July is usually one of the more bullish months, but if the NQ backs off here, probably everything will back off. And there's the open range established. I will fill that in here and here. On my 5-minute chart, here's the open range. And it looks like a pretty tight open range, actually. What is that? That's 940, 930 right here. And then the open range was from here to here. Yeah, pretty tight open range, 590 to 604, 14-point open range. That's one of the smaller open ranges we've had. We'll look at that in a second too. And the NQ open range can be the same story. It's a small open range compared to what's been happening. Damn it, get this way. There. There's the open. So the open range here is from here to here. And that's 798 to 968. So that's basically this is 70-point open range. And let's look at the sheets real quick and we'll see what's going on there. That 70-point open range, you'll see this. So if you go to my sheets, you go to page 2, you can see what 70 points in the NASDAQ. The open range has been 190 for the last 5 days. That's the average. The 10-day average is 278, 231. So when we have a 70-point open range, that's a really small open range. It's not the smallest, but it's pretty close to it. And then the ES, what did I say that had? ES had a 14.5 point open range. And you can see that that is also really small compared to what it's been. 14.5 points, 24 points this week so far, which is, that average has been coming down from 30 and 37, 32 and 37 for the 30-day. So that's a small opening range. Plenty of room for range expansion no matter which way they go. But definitely a small open range. That's what this sheet's for planning on range expansion. And if they get going one way or the other, they could go a lot. But it's looking pretty. It's looking pretty slim right now. We're pretty quiet Friday so far. Pretty darn quiet. Hey, T-Bone, what time is that SK Hynix? What time is that opening? Or is it already, it's not open yet, is it? T-Bone, you there? Uh, I'm not sure. What time is that? What time does SK Hynix? What time does it open? You know, just curious. See where it's trading. I don't even. It indicated 182. What's the ticker symbol? SK. I'll pull that ticker symbol up if I can. I'll look that. I'll look for that in a second. SKHY. Thank you. SKHYV. And on Monday, SKHY. Okay, SKHYV. I'll look at SKHYV. I guess I can close this gap, stat window. I'm going to close that. Close that. Don't need that anymore. Not really a lot happening so far. Help. Let's see what's going on here. Still watching and waiting. This is a really tight range and really lack of action here. Peaking down a little bit now. ES is getting below the BGL and the NASDAQ's already below it. So that's a big negative right now. It's a big negative. Trading below this BGL right here. This is the ES and the NASDAQ's going to close below it. It looks like that's a negative. Looks like it wants to head a little lower now. See where it ends up here in a couple minutes. ES just went down to its open. It's in a really tight range. It's going on. Well, so far not really impressed with what's going on here. Oops, something just went on. Something big just went on. Oh, was that must have been that opening? Opening not as planned, maybe. Hmm. Oh, now I'm waiting for that 11 o'clock hourly to see what that's indicating. It was a sharp move down and a good comeback, but we'll see what happens. Easy to tell that there's not much support on the downside if anything happens. That's the problem with trading these days. Big lack of love in a hurry. Both the NASDAQ and the SPY closed below the BGL now. Let's see if they can get back above it. The SPY is kind of well below it and closing below and trading below the opening range. That's a negative. NASDAQ starts trading below that banded yellow opening range, it'll be a negative. This they peg above the BGL. Yeah, Chop City, Jimmy. You got that right. There's nothing real interesting going on. Nothing going on. It's trying hard to rally, but it just can't get off its ass. And I don't know what that spike down was a little bit ago. Oh, a Trump tweet. What a fucking surprise. Oh, look at that. Oh, T-Bone's got it up here. Rapid response. Let's see what he said. Oh, what the fuck? Starting to look a little more negative again. ES is definitely a little more negative. Below the VGL, almost below the VWAP, below the open range, below the open, all negatives. All negatives. There's 11 o'clock. The SPYs closed right on that gold level. Now they're trading under it. Let's see what the NAS did, where the NAS closed in relation to their gold 480 overnight. It closed right below it, right on it, on the lower level. That open, let's see that close. was 41.25. I don't know what this is looking. Oh, that's looking in that chart. Let's go to this chart. The Wanderer. There you go. Closes 18.25. So it was just above it. Now it's trading below it. A lot of trading is sitting and watching shit. Sitting and watching. Yeah, I'm sure, Jimmy. I don't know what all fucking going on there, but it's crazy. Market's about to freak out over all this shit too. Put me to sleep today. I think there's not many buyers today. I hate to say that, but it's just not going anywhere. Well, that's it for me in the pit room. Sorry I didn't say much today, guys, but I was trying to watch my position, make a few trades. Thanks for coming in today. Hope you enjoy my sheets. And it will be in another day. Maybe I'll come in later on this afternoon, but that's it for now. Thank you. Yeah, it wasn't very exciting, just nothing really going on. Anyway, thank you. So, yeah, enjoy the sheets. You see, I will. I'll explain. I'll come in one day next week and show you. We'll talk about my sheets. So I gotta jump out of here now, though. Shut all this stuff off and reload.